So I want to make a quick video going over global knives, giving you a little bit of information, and then giving you my thoughts on them. Global knives are handmade in Japan. They're a Japanese knife, and because of that, they're ground down to a very thin 15-degree angle, so they're very, very sharp. A lot of people don't realize this, but this modern design is actually a two-piece knife. It's not one piece all the way through. It's actually a blade they make separately, a hollow handle they fill with sand, and they weld the two together and they smooth it out. On the one hand, that gives you a very light knife if you like light knives, and it lets them really, really work out how heavy they want the handle to be. But on the other hand, even though the stories are rare, there are still stories of people getting breaks right here along the knife, and sometimes while they're working with the knife, which is really, I think, one of the last things you want to have going on. These dimples you see here are actually filled with paint, not with rubber, so I like that. It's not cheap or tacky, and they really do add a nice amount of grip while you're working with the knife, especially during, let's say, a pinch grip. Your fingers go around it and it really works out pretty well. The metal that globals are made with is actually pretty soft. It's Chromova 18, which is a 56 to 58 hardness compared to, let's say, VG10 that most knives that are Japanese are made with. So the end result is it gets dull much, much faster, and you need to hone it and sharpen it much more often, but at the same time, it can withstand a little bit more abuse because it is softer. So it's two sides of the coin. The knife does come with a lifetime warranty, and the actual blade, unlike a lot of other Japanese knives, is just straight Chromova 18. There's no Damascus cladding, no stainless steel cladding, or anything like that. In terms of my thoughts on the knife, this knife is pretty much the same price range as a Shun Classic. And with that in mind, I would definitely suggest probably the Shun Classic line. Are they going to work pretty much the same? Yes. But other than that, I think that all things considered, the fact that it is welded on right here, the fact that it is a softer steel, the fact that it doesn't have any sort of Damascus cladding or anything, and the fact that Shuns actually come with lifetime free sharpening, I think honestly makes the Shuns a better buy in my opinion. But then again, it really comes down to what you want. Obviously, Shuns are more like traditional knives. Globals are more modern knives. I actually personally really love the design of globals. I wish they made the blade out of VG10. If they did, that would really probably change my thoughts a little bit. But this is sort of a really, really high-end price for a knife with not so much high-end knife that you get for it, if that makes sense. Either way, I'll put a link down to globals below. Like I said, it's going to work the same as any other high-end knife for the most part. You can abuse it a little bit more, which is actually nice, but you do need to sharpen it and hone it more often, which is sort of a hassle. But at the end of the day, it really depends on what you want to do. If you like using your knives sort of rough and tough, and you're chopping a lot, and you're working on plates a lot, and you're sort of using your knives like beaters, then globals are honestly the perfect knife for you if you want a high-end knife set because of the soft metal. Otherwise, I would probably suggest getting a Shun Classic. Either way, I'll put a link down below. If you guys have any questions or comments or concerns, as always, let me know. Otherwise, I will talk to you very soon.